Way, way before humanity ever walked the earth, there was this silent, brutal war being waged everywhere, across every corner of the planet. And this wasn't just a conflict, it was the very thing that shaped evolution itself, a timeless struggle between the hunters. So today, we're going to dive deep and witness these epic clashes, where the only prize is survival.
This quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, just try to imagine a world that isn't governed by laws or societies, but by pure, raw instinct. A world of constant tension, where every single shadow could be hiding a threat and every heartbeat is a victory. That was the Earth of the hunters. All right, so let's start our journey on the ground. This is where the echoes of prehistoric battles still ring out in the wild today. Let's get into the land wars that really defined an era. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a total clash of philosophies. On one side, you've got the saber-toothed cat, an absolute master of stealth. It's a solitary powerhouse, and its entire strategy is built on patience, just waiting for that one single devastating ambush. But on the other side, the dire wolf pack, and that's all about coordinated teamwork. They use numbers, they use communication, and relentless pressure to just overwhelm their target. It's the ultimate showdown, raw power versus collective intelligence, a drama that played out for thousands and thousands of years. Now, let's fast forward to today. The players might have changed, but believe me, the game is exactly the same. Picture an African water's edge. A pride of lions is using its combined strength, right? But lurking just beneath that surface is a crocodile, an ancient killing machine that relies on that one perfect explosive ambush from the deep. One wrong step, one tiny moment of distraction, and the whole game shifts in an instant. This is the exact same tension we saw with the direwolves and the saber-tooth, just with a different cast of characters. And that's really the crucial takeaway here. It doesn't matter if it's a prehistoric plain or a modern savanna, the core conflict is the same. This tension between overwhelming strength and sudden stealth, between the lone hunter and the coordinated pack, well, that's a story that nature just loves to tell, over and over again.
But hey, this battlefield wasn't just on solid ground. So now let's expand our view. We're heading up into the unforgiving open sky and then plunging down into the deep, dark ocean.
Up in the air, the rules are written in speed and accuracy. Predators like eagles and falcons, they're masters of this incredible three-part hunt. It all starts with this almost unbelievable ability to pinpoint their target from insane heights. Then comes the dive. I mean, it is a breathtaking display of controlled velocity, wings tucked, eyes locked on target. And it all ends in a strike of absolutely lethal precision. There is zero room for error. All right, now we're going to plunge into the prehistoric seas. To really understand the scale of the conflict down here, you first have to understand the scale of its greatest champion. 60 feet. Just let that sink in. That was the size of the ocean's most terrifying predator, the megalodon.
And a creature that big has a special name, an apex predator. It means you're at the absolute top. You fear nothing because, frankly, there's nothing in your world that can realistically challenge you. You are the undisputed ruler of your domain, a force of pure, aggressive power. And the megalodon? Well, it was the definition of that.
But what happens when that unstoppable force meets a truly enigmatic challenge? Just imagine this epic speculative clash. You've got the megalodon, which is all teeth and raw power, going up against the giant squid, an intelligent, elusive creature from the abyss armed with ink, camouflage, and these powerful, constricting tentacles. This isn't just about strength. It's a battle of primal aggression versus an almost alien-like cunning. A true war of titans in the crushing darkness. You know, when you look at all these incredible conflicts, you start to see a pattern. A set of core principles emerges. These are the fundamental, unchanging rules that govern every single living thing in the wild.
So what does it all mean? What are the profound lessons these predators can teach us about life itself? What can we really learn from these silent wars?
Well, first, you learn that dominance is always temporary. The saber-toothed cats, they were apex hunters for millennia, but a changing world eventually wiped them out. No reign lasts forever. Second, survival is just so fragile. One mistake, one moment of bad luck, and that's it. It's over. Third, every creature, from the smallest prey to the mightiest predator, lives in this constant state of tension. And finally, you realize the balance of nature, it isn't gentle. It's a delicate, brutal, and somehow perfectly efficient system. And that leaves us with this really powerful realization. For most of life on Earth, existence is what happens in the periphery, in the shadows cast by these magnificent hunters.
It's a profound reminder that in the grand silent theater of nature, every single move, every single heartbeat is a story of survival.